Hello there, welcome to Sally Antiques in a beautiful location, the historic part of Old Portsmouth. You've just seen the cathedral and the square tower and the quay and the seas over there, not far where Nelson set off to go to the Battle of Trafalgar. This in itself is a historic building with links to Buster Crabbe, and we were formerly based at the Antique Storehouse in Portsmouth Historic Dockyard. But this is a much better location for us. We've got 4 floors of antiques, collectibles, militaria, you name it, we've got it. So we're going to give you a taste of what we've got on each floor from here on. So this is our story of the different stories, if you like. So come with me and we'll have a look. Now we're going to start on the ground floor, and it's this way. Okay, so the ground floor, a wealth of riches here. Let's start looking in this area. The English long case clock in the corner, a beautiful item, one of my favourites. In the window we have a beautiful model of one of the sister ships of the Mary Rose, which has been built to a very high standard with open sides so you can see the workings. Either side of that you have 2 beautiful high quality torchieres. The cabinet below the ship, that contains very many military badges, cap badges from the First and the Second World War, very collectible. We're coming on to the jewellery cabinet now. This is one of the jewellery cabinets. This one contains mainly Victorian and antique jewellery, some cameo brooches, all beautiful stuff. As you will see, this ground floor is festooned with interesting and beautiful stuff. Very unusual stuff. It's not stuff you're ever going to see in any other shops. So if you're looking for a gift for somebody special, something unusual they'll never see anywhere else, this is the place to have a look. So as we walk through, we'll come to this area where there's some maritime stuff, some proper real ship's binnacles, ship's telegraphs. There's a lovely phosphor bronze anchor there, you never see those very much, from a minesweeper that is. Some nice bronze Diana the Huntress vases, decently proportioned, and a beautiful set of clocks. We have a fine selection of good quality silver on both sides, cabinets full of them. We have your standard tea service type silver, as well as a model galleon there as well, which is lovely, made in silver. Various spoons, sets of spoons, salt and pepper shakers, you name it, we've got it. Now coming further back into the shop, we have another cabinet full of gorgeous jewellery. As well as opposite that, we have a nice selection of watches and pocket watches from all ages. You will notice as we walk around there is many clocks around, so if you're a horologist or you know one, this is the place for them to come and have a look. Okay, so the last part of the ground floor is at the back here, where we have figurines, jade, postcards, many pictures as well, lots of oil paintings, prints, sketches, you name it, we've got it. Model boat. We have a fantastic telescope here. When we're working late, we can see the moon from here, all the stars. We've got some beautiful figurines here. Some of these feature in one of our other videos on YouTube if you wanted to have a look. One of our very historic pieces is this chair here, and this was from SS Carpathia that went to the rescue of victims of the Titanic. So a very historic piece this. As we go back round here, we have some Art Deco stuff. This is the famous starfish dancer by Chiporus. It's not the actual original one. And as you can see, very interesting and unusual stuff. As I said before, if you want something unusual for someone special, come and look here because you won't see it anywhere else. So let's go and have a look at the first floor and see what we've got on there. One of my favourite floors, this one. We tend to have a lot of military artefacts, headgear, trench art. We've got a nice selection of books which you can come and peruse, guns, knives, daggers, swords. Let's have a little look around. So here we have some vintage and old police helmets and hats. In the cabinets below we've got some World War I, World War II, and even older than that, hats, shakos, caps, and artefacts from there. We've got a good selection of German imperial pickelhaubes. These will be from World War I and turn of the century. And this is our library where you can come and have a look at some books and purchase them if you like them. Guarding our binoculars is a genuine suit of armour. We have a fine selection of binoculars of all types. A couple of cuirassiers there from 1800s and previously. We have some stuff on the floor which is what we're currently cataloguing because of the lockdown. We're able to use this space to prepare everything, because this will all be registered on salyantiques.co.uk. Everything you see in the shop will be catalogued on salyantiques.co.uk, so if anything you're interested in, have a search for it on there, you should find it, and if not, give us a call. The number's on the site. Marine hats, Brodies, World War I Brodies. We've even got a tanker helmet in from just after the Second World War. That's a US one. Okay, so just to the right of me we have a cabinet full of World War I medals, memorabilia, that type of thing. Some nice interesting stuff in there if you like the World War I period. On this wall we have a fine selection of flintlocks, percussion muskets, blunderbusses, rifles from all the wars basically, SMLEs from World War I, Lee Enfields from World War II. We've got some Mauser, U-98s, marksmen and snipers, sepoy muskets here from the Indian Empire. The Indian Mutiny one relates specifically to that. Moving down, we have our cabinets with interesting daggers and knives, and then we come on to the German helmets. some Kriegsmarine stuff here. Kriegsmarine is quite thin on the ground because obviously a lot of it is at the bottom of the sea, so most of those are rarities. German boots up here. These were made for stomping, not walking. Selection of badges, which is very collectible. Now, here we have the start of our sword selection. This is just a part of it. We're going to go inside and see the rest in a minute. But there's a few nice examples up there. 1796s. There's a really nice Venetian crab claw rapier there. That's from the 1600s or maybe the early 1700s. Come through, I'll show you the rest. Okay, so the first wall we come to here, you've got knobkerries, clubs, cudgels, machetes, kukris, a couple more blunderbusses with spring action bayonets on, a long barreled pistol there, we've got hand grenades, mortar launchers, bazookas. Now the swords start here really. We've got some army swords here in scabbards from all periods. We've even got a couple of French fencing foils here, which are very nice. Sword sticks are very popular at the moment. We're selling quite a few. We've got quite a few in stock. So if it's something that you like, then please come and have a look at our sword sticks. Now this wall was festooned with cutlasses, Royal Naval cutlasses. We've sold quite a few. We've got a few more being catalogued at the moment, so don't despair. They'll all be on salyantiques.co.uk. Please have a look. We're coming round now to, these are what we call the 1796 pattern sabres, which were used throughout the Napoleonic Wars by both sides, in fact, because they were very popular. Don't want to be on the wrong end of one of those, I can assure you. We have now the Army and Navy pattern, 1827 pattern, that type of thing. Swords, officers' swords from all countries, not just the British ones. And then we'll come round to Fairbairn Sykes daggers, all kinds of bayonets from different weapons and different countries. Come around here. We even have a World War II Sten gun, complete with bayonet and a spare magazine. Deactivated, of course. So, as we come around here, we didn't see on this side as we walked around previously, but in this cabinet we have some very interesting pistols, all deactivated. For example, a Tokarev Cold War 33 with a silencer fitted to it. That's a nice one. Also a Kriegsmarine Luger. Quite unusual. The way you can tell it's got a different barrel length and different stamps on it, but they're very rare. Coming across here, we've got percussion and flintlock pistols, man stoppers. We've got the muff pistols, which are for personal protection. We've got one with a nice big blade on it there. And around this side we have a selection of different types. We have the pepper box pistols, we have some American Colts, we've got a nice German pinfire pistol, we've got some Belgian pistols, Belgium was a great place for making arms, and one of those there we have, which is a French naval pistol, which was also used by the Americans in the Civil War. We have a tanker's pistol. It's had the spur of the trigger, the hammer removed, so that when you're getting in and out of your tank, you don't catch it on things. And here we have a fine selection of smaller, more personal items. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this floor. I did. Remember, according to the latest government guidance, we're going to be open on the 12th of April. That's when non-essential shops can reopen, and we're going to throw our doors open and hope to see you all 12th of April or soon after. We're going to now go up to the next floor. Okay, so this is the way to the second floor. If you have a look up, you'll see some gorgeous planes. Very exciting display. Now there's a wide range of areas on this floor. We'll start with the military side of things, which is where we keep all the uniforms. And these are a few of the uniforms we have in stock. As I say, you can come in on or after the 12th of April, assuming none of the rules change from what Boris has told us. But everything is also available on salyantiques.co.uk, and we have a marvellous range of uniforms available from all nationalities, all periods. And a fine selection of awards and medals in this cabinet. Nice historic books and some World War I drums. Okay, we're going to go through to the front room now, where there's something very important. Here starts the porcelain. If there's something that you can't find that you're looking for, please have a look here. We probably have it. If not, we might be able to get it for you anyway. Got some fine old music boxes here, but this item here is very interesting. This is Queen Victoria's actual armchair. We bought from Osborne House, and it was a gift to her from another member of the family, and it is all documented. Okay, so in these cabinets we have a fine selection of Doulton, ceramic, stoneware, including some very nice pieces which are Nelsonia. Which you'll see at the end there. And let's walk through now to the next part of this floor. We have again more station clocks, that type of clock on here. They're not all station clocks, but this one particular one is from Paddington Station. It's an original clock. Some signage. We have some Moorcroft. Always a fine selection of Moorcroft in stock. In the opposite cabinets we have a selection of some more Moorcroft and some Clarice Cliff, amongst others. even some Guinness toucans. Okay, coming through to this side, got some one-off and interesting stuff in here, one of which is an Aladro Jules Rimet trophy. And these were limited edition, given to the players by the organisation. You won't see another one of those. Okay, so further on this floor, we have some very interesting and rare glassware and some more mint and majolica in there. A very rare piece, that piece. Some cranberry glass, some white friars, Gallet, Lalique, and very rare and interesting pieces of glass. And remember, 12th of April is when we're hoping to be able to open, and we look forward to seeing you all then. As we come through, we've got some fantastic piece of furniture here. This is a Paduk table from the Indian Empire or colonial, which would have been brought back in Victoria's period. Very heavily decorated, nice piece of wood. We've got some more ceramics over here, some Bezic. Some Hummel figures down there. We hope to have everything for the collectors, including some little savings pigs, which you haven't seen for years. So we're hoping to have something for all the collectors to be interested in. So that's the second floor, gives you a quick taste of what we've got. As I say, we hope to have something for everybody. 12th of April is the key date at the moment, until you're advised otherwise, but non-essential retail is going to be open then, and we'd like to see you at the shop. So let's go to the next floor. Little windy staircase. It is an old building, entirely in keeping with what we do. So we're on the third floor. We're to go in the first room and have a look, see what's in here. We have a fine selection in these cabinets. Here is a fine selection of Dinky toys, Corgi toys, Matchbox, Super Kings, Impy, you name it, it's here. If you're a toy collector, model car collector, this is a great place to come and try and add to your collection. Above the cabinets, we have some faithfully copied models of current ships. We even have a model of the Bismarck, which was used in the John Mills film Sink the Bismarck. It was a prop, and it really is a lovely model. Big, but really beautiful. If Meccano is your thing, we've got a couple of Meccano trains. As we come to this side, you've got the Sci-Fi stuff here. Lady Penelope and Parker, you see, in the pink rolls. I've seen that for a few years. Some Steiff bears we have over here. Some Japanese toys. Elastilin animal figures. Nice old Scalextric set here. I used to play with one of these. This piece of furniture here actually came from the house of Augustus John, the famous painter. As we walk around, we're coming to more models here, ships, and there's a small ship's telegraph there. This floor is, this room is full of interesting collectible models. Let's go to the next one. As we walk around, you'll notice that there are paintings, oil paintings, sketches, pastels, everything as we walk around. So the whole place is decorated with those, and they're all for sale, all different types. So as we go into the next room, there's a nice selection of more military toys in here. Again, all the makers, Dinky, Matchbox. A fine selection of lead soldiers. In this cabinet here, we've got some of my favourite things from when I was a child, is the Action Men toys in all different guises and uniforms, and some more military toys over there which are very interesting and very faithful to the real thing. Now, as we come round, we haven't missed out the train enthusiasts. We have a range of rower carriages, engines, parts, all kinds of material for the model train collector. So we're just going to go to the maritime section now. Just as you go in there, you can look at this beautiful oil painting here by Thomas Bush Hardy, a very important piece. And we're coming into the maritime section, and it's full of ship's bells, ship's ephemera, items, pictures. Interesting thing here, this is a globe from Kiel, which was the Kriegsmarine Centre in 1940, this is dated. Also compasses and binnacles. Ship's wheel, cap tallies. This is a flagon that the Navy issue rum was served from, one of them. Menus off the White Star Line, which was sister ships to the Titanic. A lot of Titanic memorabilia in here as well, and there's a newspaper, the Daily Mirror from when it was reported. Lots of model ships, excellent Royal Naval memorabilia in some of these cabinets. This is a ship's inclinometer. Tells you if you're listing to one side or the other, if you didn't already know. And many ship's instruments, so sextants and the like, and model cannons over here, boxed compasses. And that brings us round to artifacts from the Texing, which was a Chinese ship, junk, which was sunk many years ago with a great loss of life. And this was all recovered at the end of the 19th century and sold off at auction. Very historic items there. Okay, let's come through to the last little section here. Got some nice telescopes and binoculars there, all fairly historic. We have some sports personality memorabilia here, signed and autographed pictures, all authenticated. Coins. Scrimshaw. More model ships and a good selection of Tabaconalia. If you're thinking of a career as a riverboat captain, we have a uniform for you. Very decorative. Probably wouldn't advise you to wear it. Again, more maritime stuff here, steering wheel, some signage, and scientific instruments here, barometers and such. A varied selection of items in this one. And as we come round, in these cabinets is a really nice selection of ship's clocks, bulkhead clocks, brass, chrome, a huge selection, a variety of them. So if it's something you're looking for, come and have a look here, because we've probably got one of everything. Remember, 12th of April, we should be open, so you can come down. If not, look on sallyantiques.co.uk. We look forward to seeing you.